chemistry off stage helps on stage, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like advantage do you think it is to be the producer and the rapper?
You know the ins and outs of the beat. Like they can study whoever else is going to be on the beat can study the beat. But I feel like you feel me? Like Eminem kind of had an advantage on Renegade.
Do it. It's a difference between knowing and actually like just having a comfortability.
Right.
The volcano from out of Iceland, they come to take over the rap game like the white man. Iller than Hitler, photobomb at Yahoo, red and bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason, the church is vacant. I'm preaching with Bobby, trapped in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the sleepy beauty had herpes.
1, 2, 3. Sick cuz the governor. I'm the host today. Adam L is out today, you know, on business on assignment. So meanwhile, I'm here with my man Mac Skills Mega, and also got Jammer One, and we in the building today. You know what I'm saying? What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good, man.
That was up. That was up. So I heard y'all had a show the other night. How'd that joke go?
It went well. People definitely came through. I feel like all the performers were solid. You know what I mean? I've seen Jammer One rap before. We've been in ciphers together, and I've seen him perform with other people, but that was my first time seeing like a full Jammer One set. You feel me? I was definitely entertained. You feel me? I feel like he definitely is somebody that takes his craft serious. You know what I mean? He had described his performance style before, but I couldn't really visualize it. You know what I mean? But I see what he meant as far as incorporating like things normally associated with other genres but bringing them to hip hop. But I think it's dope how he did that. You know what I mean? And he did my favorite joint off of his most recent album. You know what I mean? City Boys Up. So that was dope.
That was up. That was up. Appreciate it. Yeah. So what'd you do, man? So how'd you do out there?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think I did pretty good. You know, I was, you know, I don't perform as much as I used to, so
okay,
it's like one of those things where the more you do it, the more comfortable you are with it.
Right, right.
So, yeah, I know how to do it. It's a difference between knowing and actually like just having a comfortability.
Right, right, right. So how long does it normally take for you to? I know you get the normal butterflies and everything like that, but how long does it usually take for you to get that feeling? You like first song in?
It really just depends. It could be the first song, but it really just depends on the night. You know, and it depends on it depends on the crowd. It depends on a lot of different things.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So where was the venue?
The studio, DJing the Dead Spot on Saratoga Street.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So how often you normally do these?
We throw these events probably once every 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Once every 2 or 3 months.
So this was our 4th joint. We've thrown listening parties at the studio before. We've thrown shows. I feel like this was our 4th show that we threw there, but we've performed there at least 6 or 7 times, probably.
Okay.
Like DBL, we performed there about 6 or 7 times. Like I did my own set, but I incorporated group mates in my set, and then the group did like a group set. You feel me?
Yeah. You performed last night too?
Yep, I performed last night. I performed my set. Yep, I performed last night.
That was up.
Yeah, it was a dope set. It was a dope set, and I was saying to Bari that I like the way DBL when they perform, they'll do like everybody had their solo songs and their solo stuff, and then they'll just it's kind of like a mixtape. It's like a live mixtape of different joints.
That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That sounded like they keep that whole variety going.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah, it's
everybody
dope.
has
It's
their
so
own
dope.
type of style, you feel me? But once we form together, it's just crazy, you feel me? Like everybody got their own style. So like I don't sound like Slick Vic don't sound like Mike Lapedia don't sound like Prince Mac don't sound like Moonchild, you feel me? Like even if we got different people that often work together, nobody sounds the same and everybody got their own style. But once we all work together on something, it's just different, you feel me? And like I think that one of our benefits is that we don't just, it's not, um, many of us produce and rap, you feel me? So we got different sounds to choose from and just different, it's just, it just doesn't get stale, you feel me? But outside of the music group, like DBL was more so like a family, you feel me? So, and I feel like our chemistry off stage helps on stage, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like their team. Like you can tell, it's like they move in unison. I guess. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
I bet with the way all the different sounds and all the different styles and everything, the collaborations are crazy. Like you can't even imagine what they'll be when you start. You know what I mean?
Right. Like we just tried to make we just trying to make the illest music possible. Like I was having a conversation with I think I had this conversation with Quan Bizzle probably like a week or so ago about like me and Black Chakra and like when me and him when we rhyme together, we known as the Liberated Scarfaces, right?
Mm,
And our joint Liquid Guns is coming out later this year, probably like August. But like with me and him, we're always trying to push the bar higher or whatever we're doing. If we can't push it higher, there's no reason to do it. Like we're chasing the infamous, you know what I mean? We're chasing like Black on Both Sides, the infamous, Only Built for Cuban Links, etc. The Cold Vein by you feel me, Cannibal Ox, like shit like that. So if we're not going to put our best foot forward, there's no reason to do it. Like
exactly.
me and him have this saying where for us it's not okay to be okay. You know what I mean? And not that it's not okay to be, you feel me? Like what I mean by that is like mediocrity is not acceptable. Like if we're not going to make some ill shit, there's no reason to do that because we done built our name in a certain brand, you feel me, with what we do at a you feel me by releasing a standard of music. And if we can't live up to that, there's no reason to do it. Like certain merchandise, like certain hoodies of ours and certain shirts have different quotes from different group members. Chakra's quote says, "You can't be BBL if you don't bring lyrics." You know what I mean? And that's something that's very serious to us. You feel me? But it's not just about being bar heavy. It's a perfect marriage between the beats and the rhymes. You know what I mean? But it's that whole thing is just trying to make something better than what we last dropped. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Do you think how much of an advantage is either one? How much of an advantage do you think it is to be the producer and the rapper? You know what I mean? Like being able to craft that and then actually being able to write to it.
I think that the advantage is that you will start to write differently, and I feel like if Slangston was on the call, right, he'll probably tell you how the advantages of being a poet and an MC because sometimes those pens bleed into each other. I feel like that's the same way with being a producer MC, right? Because when you become a producer, right, like I feel like we all start as like loop makers. There ain't nothing wrong with being a loop maker, you feel me? But when you when you graduate from being a loop maker to a full-on producer, damn near composer, you know what I mean? Like it just hits differently because you go from just making a beat that sounds dope to I'm making beats purpose for a reason where it's like this is to rhyme on, or I know this is going to sound great in a public setting. Like, oh, whatever song that this becomes is going to be one that they got to do live. You feel me? Because we put different drops or whatever. You feel me for the listener, and you can do that with your pen too. You feel me? So I feel like just the mentality of a producer also um, can help your creativity when it comes to being an MC. And then plus, if you are the main producer of the group, right, you kind of have an advantage when it comes to writing to that beat because who's going to know the beat as well as you do?
True.
You know the pockets, you know the ins and outs of the beat. Like they can study whoever else is going to be on the beat can study the beat. But I feel like you feel me? Like Eminem kind of had an advantage on Renegade because he made the beat. So I, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I feel like he had an advantage because he made the beat. But
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said. You have a when you when you do beats, you have a certain kind of way that you hear it when you're a MC and a producer, and you have a certain style that can fit your style of production.
Right.
So yeah.
Right, and then you know the the wild thing about doing that too is there's been times where I've made something and somebody has brought a totally different delivery to it and made the beat sound different to me. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, you
Yeah.
mean like if yes, yes, exactly. When somebody raps in a more abstract or alternative way than what you thought they would rap on a beat, yeah.
But that just changed the whole feel of it and everything. And that's what I mean. To me, that kind of can also be something that I think people should also add to the judgment of like a lot of these lyricists, the MCs, and everything like that. Because sometimes there's the ability to bring up a beat, and there's also the ability to take away from it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I always been saying for the longest time, it's not the beat, it's what you do with it.
Right.
I always say that.
Right.
Yeah, because I've heard incredible beats that I thought were ruined by people. Then I heard beats that I was like, man, this is cheesy. And somebody get on that thing and they like really bring it to life. So
right.
Seen it happen both ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've had it happen before where I made a beat where I didn't know what to do with it, and then like the artist rapped on it. Like I made a song. It's a song off me and Chakra first album together. Liberated Scarface is called Tylenol, and it's like a more modern type of beat basically. And when I made the beat, I was like, this sounds good, but this is not for me. I'm not ready to rap on this. I don't know what to do with it. Chakra was like, what do you mean you don't know what to do with this? And I sat there and I watched him write to it. And then after he delivered his verse and put the hook on it, I was like, oh, okay, well, now I have to finish it. And what's crazy is we did that song the same day we did Shane. Shane is the main song that I'm known for. That's the joint that I started off my set with, Jan. The joint where I flipped the ODB line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
And
the joint.
yeah, appreciate you. Yo. That's one of my favorite
that's
joints.
that's what put me on y'all, man. When I saw y'all do a show off of what is that, 28th or 29th Street? It's a studio over there. Yeah, I saw. That's the first place I saw y'all. I was like, no, they flipped that like crazy. But yeah, man, that song, that's one of those songs that never fails live.
Appreciate you. And when I made that joint, I didn't even think it was going to be like that because like me and Chakra had like a studio session at the Moose House or something like a month before that, and we was like, that's one of me and his favorite ODB songs, right? You feel me, Brooklyn Zoo. So we was like, yo, we need to use that line for real. And he was like, yo, whatever line we use, then you know we're gonna have to go crazy. I was like, okay. So just a month later, he happens to come by and he does Tylenol. As soon as we finished Tylenol, you feel me, I had made that beat. But I was writing my verse as I made the beat, you feel me? But I had no idea that would be like one of our staple songs, you feel me? Like, shout out to Shorty Cliff, you feel me? He seen us perform one time and was like, yo, y'all other shit was hard, but y'all need to start with that joint. I was like, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up. But all right, so now we segue into the next one. Next topic, we're gonna look at a video here.
I know that shit. I know that shit. Yeah.
What I call it?
The volcano from out Iceland. They come to take over the rap game like the white man. Iller than Hitler. Photobomb and Yahoo. Ready bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason. The church is vacant. I'm preaching with Bobby. Trapped in the basement. I'm laughing. Just imagine the Sleepy Beauty had herpes.